Hello again. I'm Brandon,
I'm Steven.
and we've been live streaming for a couple hours now, but we just hit the recording, so you're at the start of a YouTube video if you're watching it on there. We are inserting Murder at the Excelsior Hotel, the new standalone / side story, into our Return to the Path to Carcosa campaign. I actually think that I might put this video up out of order, so I'm gonna not spoil like too much about our campaign, just because this is like new and fresh and topical. So this might be the next live stream archive that I actually put on the channel. So we are through a Phantom of Truth, but if this video is up pretty recently, don't like pore over the channel wondering where those are. They will come. Okay, so with that, want to give us... So I have the book.
Yeah, you can read it.
All right. Oh, that's the interlude. All right, here's the setup for, well, the intro for Murder at the Excelsior Hotel. There have been reports of a strange... All right, cancel that. Fix it in post. There have been reports of strange occurrences at Arkham's Excelsior Hotel for over a month now. This is Paris's Excelsior Hotel, actually. Typo here. It's a little weird. Okay. At Paris's Excelsior Hotel for over a month now. Disappearances, bizarre sightings, sudden closures, sometimes for days at a time, seemingly without warning. It's like something out of a ghost story, but you know better than to simply dismiss these rumors. Too many people have whispered about the Excelsior, and to make matters worse, it seems that the stories have only grown more unsettling in the last week. It's time somebody looked into it all. You've tried going to the police, but the grizzled and world-weary Sergeant Monroe has dismissed you every time. You've been left to investigate on your own. Asking around at all the local hotspots yields no leads. Velma's Diner, Hibbs Roadhouse, La Bella Luna, each visit leaves you with only more questions. That is, until today. While walking down Central Avenue in downtown, minding your own business, you bump into a man in a long trench coat. You begin to apologize, but he simply continues walking briskly away from you. It isn't until you return home that you find the note in your pocket, one that wasn't there before. It says, in a funky font, I have answers. Room 225. Tonight. Come alone. They're watching. Uncertain of what else you can do at this point, you begin making preparations to meet this mystery person. That seems like our first mistake. I think it's all downhill from when we decide to follow the instructions of the mysterious person in the trench coat. Okay, we actually proceed to intro 2 or 3 depending on whether or not it's multiplayer. It is, so it's intro 3. The Excelsior is busy tonight. Either the rumors haven't fazed these guests or the stories have given the hotel a new allure. Everything seems normal. Hotel staff carry luggage and cleaning supplies throughout the lobby and the main stairway. The man behind the front desk greets you with a curt nod and a thin smile. A uniformed security guard reads the latest Arkham advertiser in the corner. Paris advertiser in the corner. And yet, you can't get the note's final warning out of your mind, which was, they're watching. You stride quickly across the lobby and up the stairs, taking some measure of comfort in the knowledge that you at least contacted others you could trust, letting them know of your whereabouts and intent. Your clandestine meetings have rarely gone as planned, especially lately, and it never hurts to have some measure of backup. You stand before the blood-red door to room 225, take a deep breath, and knock. There's no going back now. You sit in a chair in the suite's living room, watching as the man who slipped you the note paces about nervously. He rambles about secret meetings and watchful staff. The entire time you find yourself glancing to the coffee table in front of you and the curved dagger that rests there. He pauses for a moment, pours himself a drink, and raises the glass to his lips with a shaky grip. He then pours a second drink and hands it to you. This is all going to sound crazy, he says, his voice little more than a whisper. He glances at every darting shadow and twitches at every creak the old building makes. I'm beginning to feel crazy, but there's too much going on here to just ignore. And I've been a part of it long enough. You listen closely, but his words are starting to run together. His voice is ethereal and wispy, like wind at the end of a long tunnel. You blink rapidly, your vision blurs. The next thing you know, you're on your feet. Your glass drops to the floor, and then proceed to set up. I don't think it's ever gone to proceed to set up mid-sentence before. That's pretty good. Okay. So we did, and let's take a look at it. we did do some of the setup already. We've got a 2-card agenda and act deck, 5 locations in play. We determined a lead investigator who started with the bloodstained dagger, the setup tells us. I'm sure it's the one that was mentioned as being on the coffee table. I did not catch when we set up where we begin. Oh, the lead investigator begins play in room 225. Each other investigator begins play in the foyer.
All right.
So we start split up. Okay. You want to give us the agenda and act?
Sure. The murder. When you come to, you are standing over the man's body. You recoil immediately at the grisly sight. Multiple stab wounds perforate his chest. Blood spills onto the floor. What in the hell happened here? And why can't you remember a thing? If there's only one investigator in the game, this gets +1 doom threshold. What happened? Your head is spinning as you try to make sense of the situation. Empty bottles are scattered around the room. Your hands tingle. The shadows seem to coil and writhe around you. Were you drugged, or is this something else entirely? Spend 1 per investigator clues to the group. Draw the card of the leads deck. Objective: if the investigators control 2 leads assets, advance.
Okay.
Special tokens: X, skull, X. X is the number of guest enemies.
Okay, guest enemies, I like it.
And then we only actually have tablets, right? Or no, do we have cultists?
We only have tablets because we're in the middle of a Carcosa campaign, and that's the bag makeup, yeah.
Tablets, -3. You may place 1 of your clues in your location to treat this as a -1.
Okay, so the murderer was the trench-coated man. That would be why this bloodstained dagger was not described as bloodstained in the earlier scene.
Yeah.
Now it's bloodstained.
Yep.
That's cool. It is an item, a weapon. It is melee, and it is cursed. There's a question mark in that trait. It says fight, you gain +2 combat for this attack, or exhaust it and take 1 horror to fight for +2 combat, +1 damage, and if you defeat an enemy, you draw 1 card. You feel your sins crawling on your back.
All right. And the room 225, the rug on the floor is soaked with blood. Broken glass litters the couch and coffee table in the living room. The window is open, a chill breeze flowing through the long curtains. It is 3 shroud, 2 clues. You can click to test will 2. If you succeed, remember that you cleaned up the blood. You can test fist 3. If you succeed, remember that you hid the body.
Oh, wow.
You can test book 3. If you succeed, remember that you tidied up the room.
Huh.
And then mine,
Okay.
the foyer is a grand hall of polished tile and sweeping stairs. Guests and staff move through the vast room in an almost dreamlike state. Or is that just my imagination? 2 shroud, 2 clues. I can resign to flee the scene of the crime. Force when you attempt to move out of here while there's at least 1 guest here. Test agility X, where X is the number of guest enemies. If you fail, you must spend 1 additional action to move out.
That was a lot of text and math just to maybe lose 1 action. But all right.
Yeah.
Okay, and so it's our turn. So the story setup leaves it perfectly likely that I'm the killer, right? I blacked out, now I'm surrounded by blood, and I have opportunities to do things like hide the body. It's probably a good idea to do those things, right?
Also, you have a hunch.
My hunch is that there's a logical explanation for all of this. Oh, that's not useful. Okay. So, I mean, oh, and I should have actually, I started with Ace of Swords in my opening hand, so it's in play.
Nice.
Yeah, so actually I can do some pretty good work with this dagger. I don't have any other weapons, and I'm not feeling awful about it. I think I want to start by going for the clues.
Sure. You're also not bad at hiding the body.
I'm not. Actually, before I get these clues, I think I want my camera down. So I'm just going to spend my 3 actions setting up.
Okay.
I'm going to take a resource, spend 4 on fingerprint kit, and spend 2 on Hawkeye folding camera, and I'm done.
All right. I'm going to draw once. Okay, then I'm going to Ever Vigilant. It's not quite full value, but it's close. Forbidden Knowledge, which was already 0. Peter Sylvester and Painkillers. But saving a lot of money and actions.
Nice.
I'll use Forbidden Knowledge to get a resource. So I need some more counters for that. That's not an action. I'll play Magnifying Glass, which is not an action. And I guess I'll... Oh, this should have a bunch of things too. I guess I'll investigate.
Okay. Just 2 shroud.
Yep, and I'm at 5. +1.
Got it.
Okay. So upkeep, right? Monies.
Yeah, we're upkeeping.
Oh, and then this becomes $1.
Shuffling my hunchback in.
These are the leads, I'm guessing?
Yes, that small deck is the leads. Okay. Hotel guests. Spawn at the nearest hall location, which is
I'm at a hall.
any of these 3. Speaking of which, let's switch to us. Gotta show our pretty faces at some point. It's a 1/1/2. Oh, it's aloof, and it has patrol towards the crime scene, towards the nearest crime scene location. At the end of the enemy phase, if hotel guest is at a crime scene location, add a doom to hotel guest. So it's going to make its way there, and then we have to kill it, basically. Oh, or we can parlay it. Test intellect or willpower 3. If you succeed, discard hotel guest. Do you want me to just give it to you then, and you can try to parlay? Okay. And you draw one.
Another hotel guest. So it has to be here.
Yeah. Oh, for you it has to. Oh, wait, are these connected? The foyer, no. So actually, since mine had to be nearest hall location, so it's gonna have to be.
Okay.
I processed that as any hall location. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we don't want a doom at the end of the enemy phase here. It would advance the agenda. So we're gonna have to deal with these. Cool. They have victory 0.
I think that means it's bad to kill them.
Probably. It means the game's gonna check how many we killed at some point, right? Oh. Let's see. I mean, I think
getting both at once sucks because it means skulls are -2.
But shouldn't I just? Oh wow. Okay. Also, did you look at the traits? Humanoid, guest, and innocent. Yeah, we should probably not kill the innocent traded enemies. Oh man, that's a pretty good trait. Okay. So we really need to parlay them. I wanted to get these clues, but I guess I go out there and parlay it while I can take the initiative, and because it's only 4 versus 3 without that.
Okay. I can probably get mine too.
You could go first, and I guess it's an option for you to get them both.
I think I'm unlikely to pass both checks.
Yeah, okay.
But there's a good chance I can get mine.
Oh, right, and if you go first, my take the initiative is bonus,
Yeah.
so forget that. Okay, I will move to the 2nd floor hall, which actually we haven't read yet. Extravagant carpeting runs along the floor, and meticulously clean walls are perforated by blood-red doors. After you, it's got 2 shroud, 2 clues. After you enter this location, you may immediately move to a connecting location. If you do, reveal a random token from the chaos bag. If it's a bad symbol, draw the top card of the encounter deck. It has an optional free shortcut. But right now I'm going to stay here because I'm here to deal with this guest.
Yep.
So I'll take the initiative to chat her up with my, so that puts me at 6. Intellect versus 3. -2. I'm good. She is parlayed. That was my second action. I guess I'll just investigate here. I don't really want to fingerprint kit on a 2-shroud.
That would build your camera.
It would. Alright, fine. I'll just fingerprint kit. So I'm at +3. That's actually a pretty good spot to be. -2.
So you have those tab
I'll get them both.
Sweet.
I will put a token on my camera. And that's it. Your turn.
I will parlay the guests. I'm going to commit my second feat to be +2 because I can use either intellect or book, and they're the same.
Intellect or book, huh?
Yep. I mean intellect or brains.
-3. Crap.
Still fails.
Yep.
Alright, I'll try again at +1, I guess.
Actually, it says if you fail, you are driven insane. No, not really.
-3.
Oh, man.
What's going on?
Oh, wow.
Alright, well, I will put Forbidden Knowledge on Pete, which becomes 2 resources because of Callan.
But the hotel guest.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
You couldn't at least dynamite her?
Alright, so we go to the enemy phase.
We sure do. And then at the end of the enemy phase, she gains a doom. Oh, she patrols towards the crime scene. Oh, right, I forgot. They have to be at the crime scene to get the doom.
Yeah.
So this one would have, but yours actually doesn't yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that we were getting the doom.
Nope.
Great.
I just
That's
wasted
good
my
news.
entire turn.
Well, I mean, wasted. What else were you really going to do with it?
Alright,
So, upkeep. Top of a new round is 2 doom on the murderer. And my encounter card is Driven to Madness. It's a curse. Revelation, if there are no humanoid enemies in play, Driven to Madness gains Surge. Otherwise, attach it to the nearest humanoid enemy. Attached enemy gets +1 fight, +1 health, and evade. It loses aloof, and investigators cannot parlay with it. And forced, after the enemy is evaded, discard Driven to Madness. So we can still parlay her if we evade her first, but you and I are terrible at evading.
Whew.
Yeah, and she has, okay, +1, +1, +1. So she engages me in that moment then. And your card.
And I get a hotel guest.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So you might have to just murder that hotel
Oh,
guest.
man. I feel kind of bad about that, but I don't... Well, okay, so I could evade her if I go first and take the initiative. I didn't end up using it last time.
Wait, you did use it. You just didn't. No,
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I just drew another one. There's one in my discard pile and one in my hand. I just drew it. Also, my hunch is working a hunch.
Okay, so yeah, only 3 evade.
Is it worth the action and the card to evade her in order to not put her in the victory display? We don't know what it does if we put her in the victory display. All right, here I'm going to speculate here. We have some sort of like our suspicion is going to be measured at some point, and it's going to like start at 3, and it's like +1 for each dead hotel guest, -1 for each one of these things we did in the room. I'll bet you that the hotel guest killing them is like just as bad as not doing one of those. That's my theory. I don't know what that means I should do. Also, oh, it's an action. So if I were to spend the clues to draw a lead, she would attack me. But if you want to go first and draw a lead, that's another option. We've got clues.
We don't have to be in the same location.
No, just to spend the clues as a group. It's an action.
Okay. Yeah, I could.
Let's see what the leads are like.
All right. So
1 clue each. Okay.
Sinister Solution, Vile Concoction. Put into play in your play area. It's a lead in science. When you are defeated, give control of Sinister Solution to another investigator. The flask is ice cold, and the sickly green liquid within has the consistency of syrup. It smells vaguely of fish and ozone. Hanging from the top of the flask is a tag stamped Test 1.
This is a mysterious solution that you did not, or a strange solution that you did not identify first.
Yes.
Becomes a sinister solution.
Alright.
Okay, when you are defeated, give it to another investigator. It otherwise does nothing. But having two of them would advance the act. Okay. So that was your first action. Like, if I evade her, then I'm not good at parlaying her.
Well, you're not evading her now because...
I know, I'm just thinking ahead. I'm like...
I think you've basically committed to killing her, I think.
Oh, I hate that. But okay, fine.
You told me to go first?
Oh, because take the initiative doesn't even help. Yeah, that's right. You're right. You're right.
And...
No, Casey, we didn't kill anyone yet. We parlayed one guest, but we've got two more in play, so... And one of them is driven to madness.
Alright, that's a good card. Knowledge. I guess I'll just investigate this last one.
Okay.
-4, that does not pass.
That fails on the 2 shroud. Brutal.
Yep.
Okay. I guess I'll stab the hotel guest. I mean, she is mad. So let me use the exhaust ability, which is +2 combat, putting me at 7 total versus her 2.
You take a horror first, right?
I do have to take a horror, thank you. So I'm up at +5. I get a -2, so it does 2 damage, killing her, putting her in the victory display, and discarding Driven to Madness. I do draw a card for killing with that ability. Great. I feel good about that. That was my first action. I think I go back to the crime scene.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably good to cover up some stuff before...
Probably.
Oh, you could also spawn another lead. Oh, then we could advance before...
Oh, do we want to just do that now?
No, you need another clue first. You have to move your...
For some reason I thought you had gotten a clue. You didn't? Okay.
Rub it in.
So I won't have the actions, though. Oh, I'm working a hunch. No, that was last round. I need a new insight.
Oh, really?
Right? Right?
I don't know.
No, that was... I'm bad at playing Joe. I forget this stuff. No, there's only 2 Doom on there. And I have... Yeah, no, okay. This is this round.
It's the third turn.
Yeah, this is this round.
It was logical reasoning first turn. Do you remember what it was second?
I forgot for a whole round. There is... I actually decided... Or I thought about, like, what... I'm like whether it was worth talking about retconning it or anything, but I couldn't think of anything in the deck that would have been particularly useful. So maybe a shortcut would have been the most useful thing. My spilling chaos tokens totally should not be looking at that. Great TV. Okay.
Alright, so basically,
So I
either
stabbed
you
her.
can
I've
cover
moved
up something, or you can advance before.
Yeah, I would love to like fingerprint kit or deduction. I have lots of ways to get both these clues, but you're right that spending the action on... Okay, I'm going to first investigate... No, I only have 1 action left. Okay, I'll work a hunch. Gain a clue. Final action of the round. We're advancing the act. That seems like a good idea. It is the Time-Worn Locket, a mournful vision of the past. It's a lead and a charm. Put it in your play area. When you're defeated, give it to another investigator. The faded photograph within depicts a beautiful young woman from another time. A previous guest of the hotel, perhaps? Okay.
Alright, gotta start somewhere. It isn't much, but it's all you've got. Your only real option now is to explore the rest of the hotel and see what you can learn. Put each of the set-aside locations into play.
Oh boy.
Remove the remainder of the leads from the game. Depending on which leads assets are in play, shuffle 6 cards into the encounter deck as follows. along with the discard pile. So for Sinister Solution, it's Morbid Awareness, and for Time Worn Locket, it's Chilling Presence.
Okay, 3 copies of Chilling Presence and 3 copies of Morbid Awareness. They get shuffled in and the encounter discard pile?
Yep.
Okay.
So let's see. That's
Hotel roof.
that's
Room 245.
that's.
These all just branch off from the hall, huh?
Yeah, they're not all. So the basement. Oh yeah, basement's down here. And the office is from the basement, I guess.
It connects the basement and the foyer, so it's kind of like here.
Yeah, you're right.
And this is all here. In the foyer. Okay. Finishing up this shuffle. Have we read Act 2A?
Nope.
Following leads. Thanks to the leads you discovered in the suite, you're fairly sure whoever framed you is still in the hotel. The only real question is where to find this person. Looking at the leads you've found, you feel like the answers are right in front of you. Objective: learn more about your leads by placing clues on them, using abilities at some locations. The more clues, the better. At the end of the round, you may choose to advance You may choose to advance if each lead asset. It's getting late. At the end of the round, you may choose to advance if each lead asset has at least 1 times the number of players' clues on it. Hint: if you wish to present this evidence to the police, you may wish to have at least 2 times the number of players' clues on each lead asset instead. Okay. So bare minimum, we need 2 clues on each. Ideally, we need 4 clues on each. It says the more the better, but then the parenthetical kind of sets out this stretch goal of 2, so, or of 4 each, so that feels like the thing to aim for.
All right. And that was the end of our turns, right?
Yeah, that was my very last action. So, enemies.
Oh, yeah, hotel guest.
The hotel guest is going to patrol up to the hall.
Well, actually, it could go to the.
No, it heads towards the nearest crime scene. Oh, the basement's a crime scene location. So it does go, because it's to the nearest, so
Yep.
yeah, it goes to the basement. Interesting.
Which I guess it's witching hour anyway, so it's not a huge deal, but it will.
Yeah, because then at the end of the enemy phase, it's going to get a doom. You're right, though. It's the witching hour. Okay, then we upkeep. I drew the man in the pallid mask. I think he's spawning in the basement. Oh, furthest from all investigators. Is there, but... It's a little tough in this situation, because all these are only 2 spaces from me. This one is 3 spaces from me, but 1 from you. Yeah, he's probably chilling on the roof.
Alright.
That feels far away from us, right? It is the roof, after all. Okay, and take my money. You done with upkeep?
Yep.
Agenda advances. What happens?
Arousing suspicions. Wasn't that a House Always Wins card?
I think it was. Yeah.
As you retrace your steps to make sense of the situation, there is a pounding on the door to the suite. This is the police, a stern voice calls out. We've gotten reports of a disturbance. Open up. Uh-oh. I feel like this is where you not doing any of the stuff.
Uh-oh.
Put Sergeant Monroe into play in the foyer.
Yeah, we had set him aside.
Spawn 1 set-aside Arkham officer at the 2nd floor hall.
Uh-oh.
Then shuffle each other Arkham officer enemy into the encounter deck along with the discard pile. The lead investigator draws the set-aside "What have you done" weakness.
Oh no.
For each of the following circumstances which is true, place 1 clue on room 225.
Oh god.
And place 1 doom on an Arkham officer. All of the things.
Is it these 3 that were
Yep.
printed on room 225? Okay, so we place a clue in the room and a doom on the officer. So 3 and 3. This is fine. This is fine. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Special investigation.
You're not the only ones interested in the strange events at the Excelsior tonight, and the police are on to you. You're still not sure what happened, or if it could happen again. Forced, after an investigator at the same location as a ready police enemy discovers one or more clues at the location, or deals damage to a humanoid enemy, each ready police enemy at that location engages the investigator and makes an immediate attack.
Oof.
And then the Arkham officer is aloof with patrol. Forced, at the end of the enemy phase, move one clue to Arkham officer from its location, flipping it to its doom side. Click to parlay, test will 3. If you succeed, either automatically evade Arkham officer or flip one of its doom to its clue side and take control of it. Ooh, so that's going to take a while.
Wow.
And I'm at 4 will, but I'm certainly not great at it.
And patrols to the nearest location with clues. So room 225. Got a lot of them.
Sergeant Monroe. He's ally in police. He may be assigned damage and...
Wait, I insist that you read his subtitle.
Oh, 2 days until retirement.
Yeah, great.
He may be assigned damage or horror assigned to any investigator's location, even if uncontrolled. Reaction: when he's dealt any amount of damage or horror, exhaust him, deal that much damage to a non-innocent enemy at his location. Any investigator at Sergeant Monroe's location may trigger this ability.
Wow, he's a tough guy.
Oh, okay. So he just kind of tanks for everyone who's there.
Yeah, for now he's just chilling in the foyer though, unless something else moves in.
We got to do a regular encounter cards too, right? Oh.
Yeah, I know. By the way, my what have you done weakness, it went into my threat area. It says, as an additional cost for me to parlay, I must discard a card at random from my hand.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And as an action, I can shuffle it into my deck.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is my conscience. I think. Yeah. I drew a hotel guest. Oh man, it's in the nearest hall, which is the second floor hall. It's getting crowded in the hallway.
Driven to madness.
Oh man. Attaches to the nearest innocent?
So...
Humanoid.
Do I just dynamite this?
I don't hate that idea.
That's a lot of doom.
Yeah. Yeah, do it.
Alright, you know what? Like, we're not the bad guys. We're just, these people are mad.
Just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy. That's a lesson I learned from Wreck-It Ralph. I think it applies here.
Alright.
Okay. Oh, alright. So, my hunch is scene of the crime, which is actually fine here. There's no enemy at my location, but otherwise it's a free. That's a
Yeah, unless you have a
Guaranteed
shortcut, but I don't. No, they're all in your hunch deck.
That's right.
Alright, so I guess I'll go first in dynamite, unless you have a. You're gonna take the initiative.
I'm not planning to.
Alright, why don't I
There's
go
no
first?
way we can get like. Yeah, I don't know. There's no way to get anything else into this location. Sure.
Alright, so yeah, first action, dynamite. They're all dead.
All right. The Arkham officer and the crazed hotel guest dead and go to the picture display. This can't come back to haunt us, right?
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh man. What did this say?
Oh, this is not a police enemy, right? This is a ally?
Yeah. Right. So since you were not at the same location with a police enemy, that's fine. Nothing happens to you. He is so. What is his deal? He just doesn't care, but he'll. I don't know what actually like. As much as I like his art and his subtitle, I don't know what's supposed to be happening there. Why he takes all of our damage and horror and then dishes it back out on whatever enemies are there.
So do you think I should get this last clue or move down here?
So what are clues for now? There are locations that let us put them on our leads. And we both have a lead, so it's probably a good idea for both of us to get at least some clues.
Alright, I'll try to get this last clue.
Okay.
So 5 versus 2. -1. Alright.
Nice.
Then last action, let's play this sweet card. I'm going to stargaze. So I'm going to put stars all right in here.
Sweet.
And it's up to you.
Oh no, we're in the wrong color of sleeve because I put. Here we go. I'll just borrow this. Oh wait.
Did they
here
confirm?
Here's this
Do I
thing.
shuffle it with?
It's into the top 10, right? So
Okay,
I think
so
it's
10
10 plus 1.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's the
Yeah.
appropriate
Okay.
sleeve.
Okay.
So we didn't we haven't really looked at this top row. Room 245 and 212 are both crime scenes. And 212 says the door to room 212 is locked. You cannot move into it. Second floor hall gains action, test agility 4 to attempt to pick the lock. If you're successful, or if you succeed, reveal room 212 and immediately move to it. So the only way I'm aware of for us to do that is for me to like start a turn in second floor hall so I can take the initiative. I don't know how else we're passing that test.
Yeah. And there might be some other way. I don't know. I wonder. This one says that you can get to it with the manager's key, or you can test agility 3 to attempt to pick the lock. But I guess that one doesn't
Have a backup plan. So the upshot of that, or the way to think about that, might be this might be like non-critical.
Yeah. It also says that you
Right.
cannot enter it from the second floor hall. It doesn't say that you can't enter it from anywhere. So I wonder if there's another room that lets you get in.
Oh, the card would have to like say it's connected though, because it's
Yeah.
only, this is only
Yep.
has one icon on it. That's interesting, but I don't think there's any more set aside locations.
But I feel like it has to be deliberate that it says you cannot enter from the second floor hall. Whereas
Yeah.
this one says you cannot enter unless you control the key. Like I bet it's like I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I bet you
interesting.
there's one other way to get in.
Yeah, a secret passage in room 245 or something. Okay. What are we doing? Getting another drink?
Yep. I have to, I have a lot of guilt over killing those people.
Would you grab me one, please?
Sure.
You did dynamite a hall full of people, so you should feel a little bit of guilt, yeah. Okay, so speaking of guilt, I'm not that worried about my weakness, since I have no parlaying in my immediate future. I think I'm going to play a Grizzly Totem. Heard that. Grizzly Totem, so that on my next action I can play Deduction. Oh, wait, sorry. Let me back it up. I'm going to play Scene of the Crime for my first action. I'll just take the guaranteed clue. Thank you. Oh, I meant to ask you to give me something different, but that's fine.
I guess I could switch with you if you want.
I would prefer that.
Alright.
Are you up for it?
Sure.
Thanks. 2 stouts in a row is just a lot of
Stop.
stout. And I still have a little bit left going on this too. Where were we? I was slightly retconning it to play my Scene of the Crime first. I took a clue. Then I'm going to play my Grizzly Totem, which I've already paid for. And then I'm going to investigate room 225 with the fingerprint kit and a deduction.
Ooh,
And the
look
Grizzly
at that.
Totem giving it another
Total
icon.
cleanup in
So
one.
I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 3 for all 3 clues and a card draw. -1.
Nice.
Got it. The rest of the clues. Actually, I realized something while we were reading cards earlier. I'll just take this card draw. I should never have had this folding camera. I forgot that the Bloodstained Dagger is a hand slot.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think I might just return
Okay.
it to my hand and just
Yeah.
like I don't know. I guess I paid for it earlier. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
just
take
take
the
the
I'll take the
resources
resources
back,
back, but I'm not gonna like try to worry about what that action would have been or anything. So okay, that sucks. Thanks for putting that hand slot on there, guys. That is my turn though. You're up.
Did I already do mine? Yeah, I went out first. Remember
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, the dynamite was this round? Man, alright.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so this guy gets a Doom, but it's...
Yeah, the hotel guest in the basement.
I can go probably.
Does. Okay, upkeep.
Oh, rational thought.
Ooh. That sucks.
Yep.
Actually. So this far into Carcosa, I still haven't taken the Fine Claws in my deck for some reason, and right now I don't regret it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of parlaying in this scenario, so that might be a real nice thing. Okay, Doom number 1 on Special Investigation, which is our final agenda, by the way. So it's 12 threshold, but we gotta keep an eye on that. Morbid Awareness. This is one of the ones that went with your Sinister Solution. Test Willpower 6. And then, okay, let's here we go. Reduce the difficulty of this test by 1 for each location away from room 212 you are. So, I am 2 locations away, so I reduce this difficulty from 6 to 4.
Yeah.
So, like, the morbid awareness is sourced in room 212, and the further away you are, the better? Oh, that's cool. Okay. If you fail, you must either place one of your clues on your location or take 2 horror. I'm not too afraid of losing a clue, really. So I'm testing 2 versus 4. So I'm just going to fail. -1. Yep, I will have to drop a clue.
Your Elder Sign would have succeeded. Like, come on. How...
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah,
+1.
+2?
+1.
Oh, it's +1?
Yeah. You're up.
Driven to Madness.
Oh man, that hotel guest is mad too.
Let me think. So this will be 3 evade. I am 3, but I'm not super likely to succeed. I'll ward it.
Oh, okay. Driven to Madness is warded. Take your horror.
Yeah, give me a horror.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, and I need 4 more horror for that.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
All right. So we've we've already been punished for not doing any of the room 225 cleanup, and we probably don't have to worry about it
Yeah.
anymore. Okay. I can pick that clue back up with my working a hunch,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't really know what else I'm doing with myself.
I'm going to be drawing cards.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead then?
Okay.
Well, I think.
First click, Ancient Stone. Then I'm going to draw a card and heal a horror. Then I'm going to draw a card and heal a horror. That's my turn.
That seems good. Okay, I will work a hunch in room 225, get the clue back that I dropped. What do we think is on the balcony? Right now that I have 4 clues, what I want to do is find a location that lets me move clues to a lead, and since the balcony was an original location, I don't really think it will be. So I guess I lean towards heading upstairs, or heading to the other 2nd floor doorways.
It's a crime scene though, which I'm curious about.
That's true. We haven't looked at any of the other crime scenes, so we haven't really learned what those might be. Okay, before I leave the area, because we might just never come back, I'll check out the balcony. The balcony affords a high vantage point over the rest of Arkham. Paris. Leaning over the rail, your mind reels at the thought of falling from such a height. It's got 2 clues. As an action, choose a humanoid enemy at Suite Balcony and test Combat or Agility 4. If you succeed, take 1 direct horror and defeat the chosen enemy. If that enemy is elite, deal 2 damage to it instead. This action does not provoke attacks of opportunity. You can push people off the balcony. This is incredible. I love this scenario. Oh man, yeah, so many just flavored jackpots. Okay. Um. Damn, that's cool. All right. But I'm not like super stoked about anything about this location at this moment. I think I lean towards fingerprinting so I can just fill this hand slot with something else.
Yep.
Okay, so all I've done was move. Second action, I'll fingerprint kit. Testing 5 versus 2. -1, I'll get the 2 clues. For now, I guess I will just move back to room 225, and I'm done.
I mean, you might spawn a humanoid enemy that you want to push off the
They-
balcony.
Yeah, the hotel guests spawn at the nearest hall. Where did the Arkham police spawn? Oh, we've got one up here. No spawn is destruction, so you're not wrong. I could stay there so that if I get an officer, I push it off the balcony. You know what? Sure, fine. I buy it. At this point, we're just going the evil route, right? Like we've chosen how we're gonna do this. So I'll spend 3 resources on Mr. Rook, I think.
Oh yeah, that's always good.
Yeah. And before we get to an upkeep, I'll just use him once. I do have a
Wait, have I
weakness
done
in
my
my
turn yet?
deck. Yeah, you just drew a bunch of cards and healed a bunch of horror.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go 9 cards. Why not? Oh, I found a weakness. Forgot Lost Soul was in here. And what do I want to draw? Right now, having no money, I'm just gonna take an emergency cash with that.
By the way, did you realize that you used Scene of the Crime on Scene of the Crime?
I did not. Played Scene of the Crime in the room 225, literally Scene of the Crime. It's pretty good. There's no, the art can't possibly, reference this or anything, right? Is it? No, it looks like it kind of looks like it could be a hotel room, but no, it's not, literally the same art, because that would be kind of amazing. Okay, I took my emergency cash, but I do have to suffer my lost soul, so I'm testing. We have more conviction than doubt, so willpower versus intellect, so I'm down by 3. I think I'm just taking the damage. Skull is minus, what was skull again? Number of guest enemies in play, -1. Yeah, so take the 2 damage from lost soul.
Could put 1 on Rook.
Oh yeah, might as well put 1 on Rook. Good point.
Alright,
In the enemy phase, the hotel guest gets a 2nd doom, and that's it. So, we ready?
let's get the 2nd down. And your card.
Chilling Presence, the other one that we've added. Test willpower 3. For each point you fail by, take 1 horror. For each point you succeed by, you may deal 1 damage to a Geist enemy at your location. If an Elder Sign is revealed during this test, you may deal 2 damage to a Geist enemy at this location. Or at any location, rather. But we don't have any Geists. This is just some foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Oh. I dropped a token. Excuse me as I awkwardly reach. +1. Wow, I pass. I just break even, so nothing happens at all. Didn't succeed by any, didn't fail any.
Ooh, another new one. Noxious Fumes. In player order, each investigate your location.
Okay.
Must choose either test will 3 or test fight 3. So, or test evade 3 or fight 3.
That's so good. What do fumes have to do with agility and combat?
So the agility is attempt to flee before the guest fills the room. Strength is attempt to hold your breath. I'll do
that's fair.
Agility. Oh, and the agility is just either you get 2 damage or not. The fifth one is for each point you fail by, you take 1 damage.
Oh, that's interesting. You're choosing what's on the line too.
Yep.
That's really interesting.
But yeah, it's not a huge. Auto fail, so
Yep.
I take 2 damage.
Okay. There you go. Our turn. There's 4 doom in play. But at some point we'll clear the hotel guest, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I guess when I drew, I could have cleared one, so I'll do that. One at my upkeep draw.
Mm. I kind of lean towards having a real straightforward turn. I think I'm going to move to the 2nd floor hall and put on fine clothes. And then next turn I can
what's
go
your
into room
hunch?
212. Oh, my hunch. Good question. Logical reasoning. I don't think I want to spend an action on it.
You have 2 horror.
Yeah. But fine clothes is soak also. I think that's better use of my action. But it does cost resources, and I don't have many of those. You know what? I think I'm going to take option C, actually. I think I might play an emergency cash with that turn action. So that next turn I can actually get some things in my hands. Yeah, I don't care about the horror, and I don't mind leaving stuff in there and diluting my weakness, so I'll just emergency cash for 3, and I'm done.
Okay. I will. Oh, I could have put some of the damage on Sergeant Monroe. I didn't even think of that.
Oh yeah, it's kind of it's wasting his lashing out at enemies, but
Yeah, I'll put 1 on him.
okay. There's 1 for him.
I'll draw once. Clear this. And I'll get a resource for the final heal. 2. I'll move to the basement.
Nice. What do we get? Oh, you gotta give us the flavor text on the back.
Oh yeah. The hum of machinery and dim lighting makes your hair stand on end. Exploring the basement will be difficult. Amidst the dead, you think you hear footsteps echoing your own, just a few paces behind.
It's probably that hotel guest.
So, 4 shroud, 2 clues. You can test book 1. If you succeed, move a humanoid enemy at any location once towards the basement.
Oh.
After you defeat an enemy in the basement, move any number of clues controlled by investigators at the basement to Tome of Rituals.
Oh, there's locations that are for specific leads. We don't have the Tome of Rituals.
Wow. So it's like I'm
After
like
you
sacrificing
defeat-
hotel guests for my tome.
Oh my god, you're right. You're right. You're luring a humanoid to the basement and sacrificing it in order to.
Wow.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Okay.
Alright, and then I am at +1 for the hotel guest.
Oh man, now I'm really excited to see what you have to do for the other ones.
I will play a painkillers to be +2 on prowling this guy. Or commit to painkillers. Tablet -3. Man, I am just terrible at skill checks this game.
Yeah.
Alright, and you already went, right?
Yes.
Alright, so I got a 9.
So we get a third doom on the hotel guest in the enemy phase. And then upkeep. I've got some money. Actually, yeah, that's fine. I thought about rooking, but I would have had to discard a card if I did that, so that's cool. Are we ready for new mythos?
Yep.
3 doom on the agenda, 6 doom total. Hey, the stars are right.
Hey.
I wonder what this does. Remove the stars right from the game. Choose an investigator. That investigator draws 1 card, gains 1 resource, and may take an immediate action as if it were their turn. This action does not count toward the number of actions an investigator can take each turn. Oh no! Oh, okay. I was afraid that if you take an action with this, it's going to nerf my take the initiative. But take the initiative only looks at the current phase. So right now we're fine. I don't need cards. My hand is at 8.
All right.
So I'm thinking I'll choose you.
Cool.
And you can gain 1 card and 1 resource and an action.
Okay. I'll use my action to, I guess, parlay this guy, and I'll commit an Ancient Stone for +2.
Cool.
You know, I might be about to draw that stupid card that makes him a monster.
Sure.
Hey.
Tablet. You got it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I committed +2. Alright, and so it was a card, an action, a resource, right?
Yep.
An Arkham officer. So he just spawns on me.
Yeah, but he's aloof.
Patrols to nearest location with clues, so I can't get these clues, which is annoying.
Well, if you do...
He's gonna flip these to their doom side.
Yeah, so he's going to sit there converting those to doom.
Oh,
And after an investigator at the same location as a ready police enemy discovers 1 or more clues...
I could parlay him to evade him, and then get the clues. Because it's only ready police enemies.
Yeah, Yeah. Oh, it does evade him. I see. Okay. That's probably wise. Do you want to go ahead? So I'm actually second guessing my room 212 plan because I think that everything we know is pointing to room 212 being the place to put clues onto the sinister solution. Since like it was its cards that referred to it directly. So I think it's you who needs to go there. I could get the door open if take the initiative is our best bet for getting in there at all. I could proceed with my plan, but I think I'm going to end up going in there and being like, oh, I don't have the sinister solution.
Yeah. You could also just check out some of these other items.
Oh, actually, the way the basement is phrased, if you're doing the ability, you don't have to have the Tome of Rituals. But only clues held by people in the basement can go to the tome. But so actually, this might work. Okay. Can I go first then, so I can take the initiative and try to get in there?
Right.
So I'll take the initiative for +3, putting my agility at 5. Grizzly Totem puts it at 6, and I've got. I'm testing against 4, right? 4, so 6. I've got 1 from Fine Clothes and 1 from Eureka. So I'm at 8. That seems fine. A bag, please.
And do you have another Fine Clothes?
I do. I have 2 copies in my hand. Skull is -1 right now. Great.
0, but there's no hotel guess.
Oh, it's guests?
It's only guess.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was humanoids. Okay.
Does it move you there as part of the action?
Yes, it does. So, room 212. A mass of inhuman matter sits in a glass tub on the desk, connected to all manner of strange and futuristic lab equipment. The bed nearby looks like it was never slept in. Sitting on the mattress is a case of vials, each filled with green viscous liquid. 4 clues here with 4 shroud. As an action, test intellect 3. If you succeed, move any number of clues controlled by investigators at this location to sinister solution, if it's in play. So, okay, so we got 4 clues on here. The victory point is obviously nice, but I don't need those clues necessarily because I have plenty to send to the sinister solution.
Yeah.
But first, let me resolve my Eureka. And a quick shuffle, and then a card draw from Grizzly Totem. Okay, I
And you did
drew a
you
pretty
did the Yuri,
sick
right?
card here. So I'm one action in, huh? I think I'm gonna say screw this dagger. It's taking up my hand slot. It's throwing off my groove. I'm gonna play Ever Vigilance. So my 3 assets will be Fine Clothes, which becomes free. Detectives, Colt 1911s, which will cost me 3. Getting rid of the dagger and, well, it doesn't technically get rid of the fingerprint kit, I guess. It's not useful, but and finally the Hawkeye folding camera for 1.
Nice.
So I've got 4 ammo on the guns.
So you're throwing away the murder weapon.
Yeah, who needs it? Does this go to my discard pile? What happens if you get rid of a story asset like that?
Yeah, I guess.
The sleeves don't match mine. Alright, it's fine.
Yeah.
I guess I'll rectify that if it comes time to shuffle my deck. With 1 action left, I don't really want to...
Casey said to do that with the game, which I guess kind of makes sense, because you wouldn't reshuffle it, I don't think.
Okay. I'll believe him. You've been quiet. I didn't know you were still in here, Casey. Let me Mr. Rook before I decide what to do with my last action. I'll do 9 cards. Why not? It's probably gonna be my Chronophobia in here. It is. That's fine though. I'll clear it next turn, and I will take a Vicious Blow. That's not that exciting, Mr. Rook. Okay, then last, I think I want to save my deduction in this room for when I have the Grizzly Totem up. So I think I will just emergency cash for 3 resources and your turn.
Okay. So I guess I will.
Oh, and I take 1 direct horror from Chronophobia.
I'm gonna try to parlay the Arkham officer. I'm gonna commit a kerosene to be +2. +1, hey.
Nice.
Then I'm going to investigate with deduction. So albeit 6 versus 4. It's not as great as I would like. But I don't know that I have a better option. I can draw a card first, I guess. That's about it.
I feel like this camera rotated slightly as we played. That is not better. Sorry, you keep doing your thing. I'm just playing with the camera.
Yeah, maybe I'll draw 1 card.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Sure, yeah. I'll commit deduction and fingerprint kit to be +3.
Sweet.
-1, so get them both.
Nice. Okay.
Good
job.
Painkillers, which will heal my damage and get me a resource from Pete.
Love it. I needed more resources over there.
Yep.
Okay. In the enemy phase, yeah, you readied the Arkham officer, and that's it. So upkeep.
So 4th doom.
Yeah. For doom. Here we go. Blood on your hands. The flavor text is, and I'm reading this correctly, blood will have blood. I don't get it. Anyway. It's a terror. I'm testing willpower 2. Increase the terror of Or increase the difficulty of this test by 1 for each innocent enemy in the victory display. Oh. So it's 5. If you fail, take 2 horror. If you are at a crime scene location, you must also choose and discard a card from your hand.
You are at a crime scene.
I don't like this at all. Well, I can choose and discard a card if I have to. So I guess 2 horror. It's starting to add up. But I am definitely going to fail. Yeah, that -4 guarantees it. Blood on your hands does 2 horror to me. 1 for Mr. Rook and 1 for me.
I drew it as well.
Oh, wow. I'm going to discard this.
Alright. I'm also at a crime scene. Skull. Ooh. So I don't fail by a ton, but
Yeah, -1.
I do.
No, -0.
-0.
Yeah.
But I was 1 below the test. So it's at 4. Will. So I have to choose and discard 1. And it'll be Hypnotic Gaze.
That's in your deck?
Yep. And I take 2 horror. I'll put 1 on Pete, 1 here.
Sounds good. Our turn.
So I might as well put both on Pete. Yep.
What's your plan?
I don't know. I'm not great at picking the lock to the office.
I wonder if the manager's key is one of the leads. I wonder if it's just like completely off the table. And so it looks like we could pick the lock, but maybe there's no point.
Oh, reveal your hunch.
The hunch is a shortcut.
Nice.
It's nice. It's not great in room 212. I want to clear my chronophobia, especially because my horror is getting up there, and probably just take a stab at the room 212 test.
Okay.
So I'll do the test first, just because might as well do the random things first. I'm at +1.
You don't have any cards you can commit?
No, but actually that reminds me, let me use my last rook charge. See what I get here.
Because no more weaknesses, right?
Yeah, there should be no more. I'll take a Eureka from that. And yeah, since I'm putting 2 actions in Chronophobia, I guess I'm not investigating this turn. So yeah, I'll throw that Eureka into the test with the Grizzly Totem for +2. So now I'm up by 3 for the test. Okay.
Nice.
Skull is -0. Sound good. Okay, so I can move any number of clues controlled by investigators at this location to the Sinister Solution. So let's put 4 of them there.
Okay. Sweet.
Now we just need to figure out how to solve the locket.
And you draw all the cards.
Yes, 1 from the Grizzly Totem. Choosing 1 for the Eureka. These are bad. Alright. And now I'm clearing Chronophobia with my other 2 actions, and you're up.
Alright. I will. I really wish. Alright, well, yeah, draw a card. It's not help. Yeah, I really need like Pathfinder or something. It's movement's been a big issue for us. Second, I'll draw a card. There we go. Third, I'll jam Pathfinder.
Nice.
Pathfind here.
Okay.
And then end of the turn, Pete heals, makes me $1.
Can I speculate, by the way, that room 245, which talks about a deathly chill emanating from beneath the door, has to do with geists, where the locket is like.
Yeah.
Nothing has pointed, like we've seen its treachery and we can see the locket and nothing is pointing us to the roof.
Yeah.
So I think it's got to be 245.
Alright, sounds good.
That's it.
Is it enemy phase? Arkham officer comes here, I think.
Yeah, because he's pursuing the 2-1-2 clues.
Yep.
And eventually he's going to get there and just start causing a lot of doom. I never played my shortcut, but I guess I didn't want it in that room anyway. Okay, upkeep. And doom number 5 on the agenda. I drew incriminating evidence. Revelation attached to the nearest non-crime scene location, which would be the second floor hall. Attached location gains the crime scene trait and +2 shroud. And if you successfully investigate the attached location, instead of discovering clues, discard incriminating evidence. I don't think I mind this being a crime scene. I don't really know why that's a big deal. Okay.
I mean, the guess, maybe? But, yeah.
Maybe there's something we're missing. Maybe there's a treachery.
Well,
there.
the hotel guess. Well, +2.
Oh, true.
Oh, hey, hotel guess. So
Hmm.
it goes on me, actually. Right where we are.
Yeah. Okay. Should I grab these clues? I think I want to get at least a couple of them so that if I get to room 245, I have enough to just finish the locket.
Mm-hmm.
And I may push for the victory point. We'll see how this goes. Is it fine if I go first?
Sure.
I'll play fingerprint kit over my old
Nice.
fingerprint kit. I will use it and throw in a deduction with Grizzly Totem.
Nice.
So I'm at 5, 6, 7 versus 4. -4. Oh, wow, I failed that. I was at +3.
1, 2, yeah. Ugh.
Huh.
That sucks.
Go figure. It's the only token in the bag other than the autofail that would screw me. Alright, well... Maybe I won't go for those clues then. You've got clues. Maybe we can just meet in room 245 and figure that out. Because I think with the fingerprint kit down and the deduction spent, I don't have a lot of ways to get 4 clues off a 4 shroud
Oh, what's your
location.
hunch?
Oh, thank you. My hunch is shortcut again.
Oh, yeah, come here.
Yeah.
Put the shortcut there.
Yeah, so second action, I'll go to the second floor hall. I'll put the shortcut there. Then I'll use it to go to room 245.
Let me think.
There's also the free move that's inherent on the card. You just have to draw a token and could draw a card from the encounter deck as a punishment.
I think that's a good place for the shortcut, though.
Yeah, totally. It's the most. I think it's the most central location.
So I don't
Yeah.
think you could do that. I guess you can.
Wait, what? Sorry, what?
Oh, if you want a shortcut, I guess that's fine.
Oh, like did you have plans for it?
Actually, why don't you wait? Because you can always do it on my turn, too. You don't,
But I would have an action left to spend
you
in
still
room
have an
245. Yeah.
Oh.
All I've done is.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, sure.
No, I'm sorry. I don't have an action left. I played a fingerprint kit and investigated
Right,
and
yeah,
moved. No, you're totally
Okay.
right. Okay, I can stop there. Yeah.
I'll start by. So I'm at 4 and 4. I'm in a perception on the hotel guest to be +3.
Cool.
Tablet.
-3.
Oh,
No,
and
you're-
it's okay. Cool.
You're good. Yeah.
I was thinking of the last one we played. It was like you don't count skill cards.
Oh yeah, that would be bad, but
Okay, that's very good actually. Second, I'll Pathfinder there. So I could heal all your horror.
that's alright. So that's the hallway, right?
Yeah.
You threw yourself on room 225.
Yeah.
I would definitely accept some horror healing if you're
Okay.
offering.
Have all your
Oh
horror
man.
plus $2.
Logical reasoning.
Actually-
5, 4.
Oh, you know what? Haster. I'll make $1.
I forgot we were in that campaign briefly. Yep. Well played. All right, so you've healed my 4 and your 1 and distributed 3 resources. That's a pretty good event.
And then last, why don't I play Death?
Oh. All right. Plus 1 intellect.
And then one of us can shortcut. I guess
Mm,
you can do it. I guess 'cause I can do it next turn, and I have Pathfinder as well. Or I can.
why don't you shortcut it before you play death, so you have an action left to respond to what's in there?
Yeah, fair. Just in case. Alright, so shortcut. 2 shroud, 2 clues. Test book 3. Only the top card of your discard pile may be committed to.
What? Huh.
If you succeed, move any number of clues. Whoa, that's crazy.
All right, so let's read it for the
Yeah.
video. It says the room beyond is immaculate, seemingly untouched in quite some time. It has 2 shroud, 2 clues, and a victory point. Test intellect 3. As an action, we can test intellect 3. Only the top card of your discard pile may be committed to this skill test. Place it on the bottom of your deck after this test resolves. If you succeed, move any number of clues controlled by investigators in room 245 to Time Worn Locket. So we are not both there together to really get 4 clues there.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So I will still play Death.
Okay.
But yeah, that's interesting because
Yeah.
it would put logical reasoning 4 back in my deck, which is kind of cool.
You'd have to take a willpower test though. You can't.
It's
You
not
can't commit it if it
automatically.
doesn't. Yeah, you can't
No,
commit it if it doesn't have intellect icons.
Ah, yeah.
I have a deduction on top of my deck, so unless that changes.
I had a perception before that.
Okay. Well, you shouldn't have healed me. I'll teach you a lesson. Okay. So, enemy phase is just going to be the Arkham officer moving up to the hallway, where the shortcut readies. At some point, we should probably get the man in the pallid mask. Okay, upkeep. Doom number 6 on the agenda, and that's all that's in play, so we're still doing all right. I drew an Arkham officer, so it's going to be aloof in our room. But you know what, we're not...
Wait, it spawns on you, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, I forgot. We're in the hallway. Yep. Or I'm in the hallway. We're not together.
Chilling Presence. Testable 3. This is not a big deal at all. Okay. Cool. Oh, and this actually should have healed last turn.
We still haven't actually found any geists.
Yeah, where's the guy at? Hey, Elder Sign. I can deal 2 damage to a Geist at any location.
Great.
But I can also heal a horror, but only from...
Your location, right?
Do I have a window to... I think I do, right? After
To
revealing
what?
before to say Haster? I think I do, right?
Is that even a... I don't know that you need a window for that. I think it's like faster than that. Faster than fast.
Yeah, alright. I'm gonna take $1.
Oh, you're the worst. All right. So the Arkham officer, it's gonna head to room 212 and spend the next. Basically, we're gonna have double doom in the next few rounds, or I could just kill him. What do you think? Do I
A lot of murder right now.
kill him?
You could also...
It's a lot of murdering, but hopefully, famous last words, the only punishment for murdering innocents is the treachery that we've already
Well,
seen.
we'll get victory points if we let him go up there.
But the game's gonna end in 3 rounds.
Well, we can also flip him back and turn him into clues.
If we like go all the way there and parlay
Yeah,
him?
but there's a shortcut. It's not that hard to get there.
Alright, we'll ignore him then and I'll shortcut.
Or I could go first and maybe just get these. I could probably just get these.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
You don't want to do the printed... Oh, actually, you could do
Hold
the
on.
printed action as long as you have...
This will work out well.
Mhm.
So, first action, deduction. Then I'll have a book on top for the thing.
Oh, slick. Yeah.
So I'm at 7 versus 2. -1. So okay, so I get him.
Mhm.
Then I'll commit deduction.
So it's like what you can commit to the time worn locket is a memory of the past. I like that.
So it's not an investigate, but I'm 6 versus 3,
Mhm.
which is pretty good.
And you auto-failed.
Alright, so what does it say?
If you succeed, there's no...
Place it on the bottom.
Oh, yeah. The card you committed goes on the bottom.
Okay. I'll just try it again at
Okay.
+2.
I mean, we can advance... Or, when do we advance the act? At the end of a round, we can advance the act. So I can also go up there and do it. It's up to you.
I'm going to... Oh. You have no horror, right?
Right.
I'm gonna commit hypnotic therapy.
Hmm.
Oh wait. Oh, you can only...
Only commit the top card of your... Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, I'm just gonna test. I'm +2.
Mhm. Oh, man. Another autofail.
Alright.
Is that all your actions?
I'll Pathfinder down to you. Because you have enough clues, right?
No.
You don't.
No, you have to stay there.
Alright. Ooh, wasting a Pathfinder.
Did you shortcut up? You did.
Yeah.
Why did you shortcut when you had a Pathfinder? Now I can't shortcut.
I used Pathfinder last turn.
What?
Yeah, so it was the last turn. My Pathfinder was already used, and I shortcutted up.
Oh, wait, you started the round in there? Ah, that's what I was forgetting. Okay. Okay, you sure you don't want me to just kill the officer? Because I can kill the officer.
No, I think it's
Alright. Then I'll shortcut.
Also,
shortcut
we're going to be presenting this evidence to the police.
You're right, we should probably keep the number of policemen killed to a minimum. At least, really, no one saw you light that stick of dynamite, right? No one knows who killed the one who's already been exploded.
Probably
Okay,
gas leak.
I shortcut it up. I still got all my actions. I'm just gonna go ahead and try the location action, so I can commit my deduction, which puts me at +2.
Oh, you could Grizzly Totem.
Sure, yeah, Grizzly Totem works for this, so +3. -3.
Nice.
Good call. Okay, so that will pass. I will take my Grizzly Totem draw while I'm thinking about it. And let's put 4 clues onto your locket, or onto my locket, rather.
I guess. Do you want to keep one?
Actually, so that I can play logical reasoning would be good. Which reminds me, I didn't check my hunch. It's a no stone unturned. We'll see if I have an action for that. I kind of have an action for that. I guess that was my first action since I shortcutted. It's the end of the round that we advance the act because our leads are covered. So I guess I will move back. I don't know what good being in the room is doing.
Only if you wanted to join me. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh.
6, 7, 8 cards.
How many? How's your hand?
That's decent. I'm trying to think what.
Okay.
I have another fingerprint kit in here somewhere.
No, I'll give you the no stone unturned.
Okay.
And then I'll move out and I'm done.
Oh yeah, that one's good too. Ooh, 2 weaknesses in here.
Yikes.
But yeah, I think I take Hubert's Key because will and intellect have been very good this game. Oh yeah, that's fine.
All right, well you do that. In the enemy phase, the Arkham officer.
Paris officer.
Thank you. The Paris officer is going to move up to room 212, and then at the end of the enemy phase, we move 1 clue to him, converting it to Doom.
Same with the other one.
There are 2. Huh. I forgot that there were 2 stacked there. Yikes.
They're just discovering clues for us.
Sure they are. Okay, and that's the enemy phase, so upkeep.
From 11, 12.
And top of a new round, we have Doom number 7 on the agenda, 9 in play total. Add 3 Doom to the agenda. Not really. Violent Outbursts. I don't think we've seen this one. If there are no humanoid enemies in play, we would search for one. Otherwise, the nearest humanoid enemy readies, moves one location at a time until it reaches your location, engages you, and makes an immediate attack. So actually, this Arkham officer is going to move to me, engage me.
To you, but you,
Sorry, I'm down in the hallway, but yeah, to me, engage me, make an immediate attack.
Oh, there's only one attack.
Yeah, which is just 1 damage. And that exhausts him,
Yeah.
right? Actually, I don't think it does.
Oh yeah. The one.
So
the
there's-
Watcher's Grasp says as if it was the.
As
enemy
if it was the
phase.
enemy phase, which is what kind of clarified for everyone that it should. In this case, I'm not sure. So Grim Rule says it doesn't. Here you go.
Driven to Madness. Oh, so also.
Oh no,
So it's also Driven to Madness.
I gotta kill it.
Ah.
It's the only way. That is +1 fight, +1 health, +1 evade. It loses aloof and can't be parlayed. Yeah, I have no choice. Our turn?
Mm-hmm.
My insight's a logical reasoning for what that's worth, which is it's not worth anything.
I mean, it could be.
If we take some horror this round somehow, but I don't know how we would.
I mean, I can think of a way.
Should we back it up and advance the act?
Oh, yeah.
We
we
kind of
should-
forgot
we
about
should.
that.
Yeah,
Whoops. Okay. Slight retcon. Yeah. Following leads advances. What does it say?
The Truth. Read scenario interlude The Truth.
Oh.
Page 10. And it's got this photo
So
of
we
a
might
man
actually.
alone
All right.
explaining-
Let me actually back this up slightly. We will.
Well, let's see
We'll
what-
re-resolve these, but I think it's most likely going to like add things to this deck or
Yeah,
something,
Probably.
and shuffle the deck. And
Mhm. Sort of
the
thing.
book is right here. It just says to read the truth interlude because there are dozens of them. Maybe not dozens.
No, we just read The Truth. Page 10.
Yep, okay. Your investigation is halted by Sergeant Monroe, the very same police sergeant who had spurned your earlier warnings about the Excelsior Hotel. He is clearly exasperated by all the strange happenings in the building and demands answers. Now listen here, he says, his hands twitching toward his holstered gun. I'm a reasonable man, but you're looking mighty suspicious. You better tell me everything that's going on right now, you understand? Or you're going to take a one-way trip straight to the big house. The investigators must decide. Choose one. Do we tell Sergeant Monroe the truth, or do we lie about our involvement?
And we have lots of evidence. That we have also killed a lot of people.
That's true, right? The hint was kind of that, like, well, if we're gonna go to the police, we need all these clues, and we have them. So I guess we tell the truth.
All right, sure.
You're right. There is all the murder. So like, the truth is, we didn't do the original murder. There were those other murders, and that's not really why he's here.
Yeah.
All right, we'll tell him the truth. You explain everything to Sergeant Monroe from the beginning. The rumors, the note, the murder. The more you explain it, the more you realize how crazy it all sounds. But you know it is the truth. You know you're innocent. But do you have the evidence to back it up? Sergeant Monroe will only believe you if you collected enough evidence and did not try to cover up your involvement. If all of the following are true, oh man, yeah, if all the following circumstances are true, skip to the truth 5, otherwise skip to the truth 4. The investigators have not cleaned up the blood, hid the body, or tidied the room.
Oh,
We
nice.
did none of those
Yeah.
things. Yes, there are at least 2 end clues on each lead asset in play. There
Yeah.
are, and there. Oh no, there are no innocent enemies in the victory display. Damn it! I thought we had it, but there was so much murder. We were so close.
We're great
man.
people other than all the murder.
There's just that one that one stabbing, and that one dynamite incident. He says it's right there in the name. What the? Oh, the innocent part.
Yeah.
All right, so we have to read the truth for. No, I don't believe you, the man says, unholstering his weapon. None of this checks out. You're coming with me, pal. You can sing your story down at the station. You raise your hands and he starts ushering you out of the room when there is a tremendous crash from another part of the hotel. The entire building shakes to its foundations and you hear guests screaming, "What in the hell?" He looks to the door, then to you. "Stay put," he warns, "or I swear next time I see you, you're getting cuffed." He runs off to investigate the noise, mumbling about how he's getting too old for this job. Remember that the police don't believe you. Remove Sergeant Monroe from the game. Well, I'm glad you put one soak on him then while we had him. Search the encounter deck, discard pile, and all play areas for each copy of Arkham Officer and remove them from the game.
Ooh.
Wow.
See, I told you they just helped us clear that.
You're right. I'm glad I didn't murder this one yet then. So that definitely, well, we're going to have to redo our Mythos phase. Yeah, I'll just shuffle that real quick. That's fine. Okay. So Arkham Officer is removed. That one's removed. Thank you. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. I'll let you do that while I read the Truth 7. Thanks to your cunning investigation, you now have a better idea of what is going on. You're not the real culprit here. There isn't much more happening behind the scenes of the Excelsior Hotel, and there isn't. There is much more happening behind the scenes of the Excelsior Hotel, and you're just caught in the middle. Resolve the text below based on which two lead assets are controlled by the players. And so, if my math is right, there are 10 combinations. Yeah, there are roughly 10 possible interlude things to read here. So, we have the Time Worn Locket and the Sinister Solution. Here we go. The victim was utilizing a strange concoction in an attempt to peer into the world beyond the living. His experiments were what angered the specter and led to his demise. It is up to you to destroy this spirit once and for all, and there's only one way to do that. Remove all Doom from play.
Whoa.
Doom didn't end up mattering much anyway. Advance the Act and Agenda deck to set aside the True Culprit version 5. Where are those True Culprits? Oh, wait for it. I got it. Okay. So clear these out. Who needs acts or agendas anyway? Version, these are not in order. 5, okay. I'll finish reading this before we read that. Move all clues from the Time Worn Locket to the Sinister Solution. Okay, so now we've got 8 clues on Sinister Solution. Spawn the set-aside Vengeful Spectre in room 245. That sounds bad.
Nice specter.
One of those positive, one of those friendly Vengeful Spectres. Hey, it's a Geist. Spawns in room 245. You're the only one in there, so that's yours. We can read that in a second.
What's this patrol room 245?
But it also says to spawn it there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait, that is it to read from there. The True Culprit version 5 says 6 Doom Threshold, I guess. Sinister Solution gains action. If Vengeful Spectre is at your location, test Intellect 1. For each point you succeed by, move 1 clue from Sinister Solution to Vengeful Spectre. It does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Objective. If Vengeful Spectre is defeated or has clues on it equal to its remaining health, advance. That sounds solid. And give us Vengeful Spectre.
So patrol room 245, retaliate. 4 fight, 8 health, 5 evade. Force, when damage will be placed on Vengeful Spectre, reduce that damage to 1 unless it was dealt by a spell, relic, charm, or encounter card.
Okay.
So, that's the disadvantage. I'm guessing that was a relic? The dagger you discarded?
No, it wasn't actually. It was cursed? Question mark.
Okay.
But not a relic.
Alright.
Do I have a relic in my hand?
I mean, I can probably just take it out.
No, I
But-
just
But we have enough.
enchanted blade.
But
for
we
the
also
icon.
have enough clues, right, to just deal the whole thing.
Yes. It can only be you, so we'll have to see whether like you can do it in one round. Although what's the worst it's gonna do? It's gonna do 2 horror to you.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. So now we've got 6 doom threshold on this combined acid agenda or act agenda. Oh, I drew a conspicuous staff. Humanoid staff. Spawn nearest crime scene location, which is where I'm at. The prey is the most clues. Hunter. Huh, pretty straightforward. I can shoot him with my gun. You lost? I don't think you should be here. Their eyes gleam with malice and their knuckles turn white as they brandish the closest objects they can find. Hey. Okay.
That's like a new one, right?
We just have. I mean,
But
it's
not-
been
an old one.
It's
that
been
we
in the
just-
deck. We just haven't seen it yet.
I just really. Also,
Oh, go figure. Yeah. Okay, so
but
that's-
I'm on a crime scene, so unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Okay, so I mean,
Wait, that's my deck.
if you go first and you're able to dump 8 clues on it, it's done. Which you could maybe do in 3 tests.
Yeah.
The one thing we could consider is if I can just kill my guys and move up there, then I can give you it's an icon. No, a couple icons in the Grizzly Totem.
Mm-hmm. Could
mean-
you also do the test?
I don't think so because it says Sinister Solution gains it, and you control that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you go first?
Okay. So I'm gonna shoot this conspicuous staff because
Yeah,
they seem
he's not even innocent.
They seem mildly suspicious. So first, my hunch is logical reasoning. I'll shoot it with my Colts. I'm at 5-6 combat.
Oh, this guy's a Geist. Finally, we found a Geist.
Yes, yeah. I figured there would be one if we had to lock it. There'd be a Geist at some point. Yeah, so if we had if we had drawn the right treachery, we could have done some extra damage to it, huh? Yeah, conspicuous staff has 2 hit points. I'm just trying to decide if there's anything I want to throw into this. Like my eat lead. Let's throw in the icon, so I'm at plus 3. Plus 3. Actually, this is probably my last fight. I just don't want to miss, so I'll make it plus 4.
You could also just use eat lead too.
No, I want my resources. -2. We're good. Got it. I actually get to put an insight on the bottom of my deck since that was my Colts. So let's throw... I didn't play a whole lot of my cards from my insight deck this game compared to last game. I guess it's going to be a working hunch.
Actually, why don't you just go to the room 212 and get us a victory point?
Sure. I don't mind that. You're feeling pretty good about your situation?
Yeah. It's all good.
Because you got the staff too, but like worst case scenario, in the enemy phase
I
you
think-
take 3 horror and
Yeah.
1 damage, and
I
that's
could
not a
kill
problem.
him and then test this twice.
Yeah. Okay. So that was first action, was killing the staff of the hotel. These poor people. Second, I will head to room 212.
Oh, you can shortcut.
Oh, thank you. So I'll fingerprint kit. That puts me at 5. My deductions are gone, but I'll throw in an icon to be at 6. Grizzly Totem makes it 7, and since there's 2 clues on the line, 1 more icon should just be at plus 4.
Nice.
Tablet is -3. Yeah, great.
Cool.
So I get both clues.
Nice.
And hey, I get my first evidence on my camera, so
Yep, and totem draw.
that's good. Oh, totem draw. Thank you. It's an ace of swords. Good. And I'm. No, that was a free move. So I had an action left. I guess I'll move back. Like just in case, I guess.
There's no. Is there any advantage to you moving even more clues on? I don't think so.
No, because you're spending 1 to do its action, right? Or wait, no, you're moving clues onto it, but 8 is enough.
Okay.
Right. So there's no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point though.
Mhm.
Okay, your turn.
All right, so I've got to plan the conspicuous staff. So I'm at 5 versus 3. And I'll kill it in 1 hit. I'll commit hypnotic therapy to be +4. Oh, wait.
Wait, how are you killing it in 1 hit?
I've got a plan.
Oh, I've got a plan. Right. So the sinister solution doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Doesn't?
Like, why are you bothering?
Wait.
Yeah, it says so right on here. It says that this does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, sure. Then, yeah, I'll just commit hypnotic therapy to the sinister solution thing.
Okay, so you're testing against 1 intellect.
Okay, so I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 1.
Seven minus 3 is 4. So you get to move 3 clues over. 3 out of 8.
2, I'll do like that. So 6 versus 1. -1. So
Oh
that's-
yeah, so 4 more clues.
So
5
wait.
versus 1. You pass by 4.
No, 6 versus 1.
Yeah, but 6 minus 1 from your token. So the
It's
result
5.
is 5
Oh,
to
yeah,
1.
you're
Yeah.
right. Cool.
All right. All you have to do is pass by 1 if you're doing this one more
All right,
time.
I'll commit. I've got a plan.
Oh, so there's no plan B now.
Well, it's the last action anyway, so I'm not going to use it.
0.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so you got it. All right. If Vengeful Spectre is defeated or has clues on it equal to its remaining health, advance. So you poured enough of the sinister solution on it. If this agenda advanced because you completed the objective, the locket rests in your open hand, and you consider it now standing in the sudden silence of the hotel. It seems such a simple thing, but this memento of dark events had a hand in the turmoils of the Excelsior, despite its unassuming appearance. You slide it into your pocket and turn toward the door, breathing a bit easier. You find some measure of comfort in knowing that the strange goings-on of the Excelsior have been put to rest, at least for now. Okay. And then it says read R1. It's usually a good resolution. Nobody will ever believe what you witnessed at the Excelsior. Not 3 days later, the hotel was open again, like nothing had ever happened. You know better, though. You witnessed it all firsthand. The events continue to haunt your dreams and your waking thoughts. Even now you go out of your way to avoid the Excelsior, though weeks have passed and there has been no sign of any other nefarious schemes within its accursed walls. The only thing that can quiet the echoing memories of that horrible experience is a visit to the local speakeasy. Cheers. Oh, yours was empty.
Yep.
Okay. But all the booze in the world can't keep the grisly visions from your nightmares, waking you in the dead of night with a violent start, soaked in sweat. That's when you notice the person asking around town about the Excelsior. Innocent questions at first, but more prodding with each passing day. Surely they will believe you. Somebody has to. You may have broken free of the Excelsior's grasp, but there will be other victims, of that you are sure. You grab a piece of paper and hastily scribble a note. It's all a facade. Room 225. Tonight. It's not over. If they can see past the veil of the Excelsior's operations, then maybe others can too. It may not be too late to stop it all from happening again. Are we gonna get murdered? Isn't this how the last guy did? In the campaign log, record, the Excelsior is quiet for now. The lead investigator must add the what have you done weakness to their deck. They may also choose to add the bloodstained dagger story asset to their deck as well. Both cards do not count toward that investigator's deck size. If the police are on your side, any one investigator may gain Sergeant Monroe. If the police don't believe you, which is true, do not add Sergeant Monroe to any investigator's deck. Additionally, if there's at least one police enemy in the victory display, yep. Search the collection for a detective or madness weakness and add it to the lead investigator's deck. Oh man, okay. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. And that's it. All right, so the cycle just continues. Crazy. All right, I liked this.
Yeah.
This was very cool. Some of my favorite like cards that just evoke like the flavor, pushing off the balcony and the sacrifice in the basement and that kind of thing. That even if we didn't do them, just reading the card was super fun.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, that was cool. We got a victory point here, a victory point here in the basement.
Here, yeah.
Oh yeah, there was one in room 245. Did we get the victory for the Vengeful Spectre? Was it defeated? It just says that if there's the true culprit just said if it's defeated or has clues on it equal to its remaining health. I kind of think I guess
so.
not.
It is hard because of the spell Relic Charm, so
Maybe that's why it's got if you actually fight it, you really earn those 2 victory points. Okay, so I guess not. I guess we broke even on XP, which is like, your usual side quest.
Yeah. But you got 2 weaknesses.
So I actually think that this dagger is not bad.
No, it's not bad.
Especially with you on my team to heal the horror, so I'll probably keep it.
Yeah.
And then I get this what have you done weakness that is more than anything it's just going to be a dead draw because I don't know if there's much parlaying left in the Carcosa campaign.
I think there's a couple poltergeists.
True.
But yeah, no, it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, and then I also get a random detective or madness weakness, so we'll add that later. Cool. Well, good job, Nick, the guest designer of this. Great job. I like it. Yeah. Any before we turn off the stream, any final 1:25 in the morning thoughts?
It's like a little anticlimactic that the cool like final mystery thing was like 1 turn.
Yeah. It's pretty freaking cool that there are like 10 ways that, or at least 10 things to read. I don't know if they all unfold dramatically differently or not, but the way you get a combination of these that is going to be different every time, that you could probably play this a lot of times and still wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's super cool. But then, we had a pretty easy time of finishing off the Spectre. If we had not so many clues on these, it would not have been nearly so easy.
Yeah.
But we didn't have that hard a time of it.
Well, and they told us, they recommended that amount, basically, by saying that's how much
it was pretty clear that was the amount to shoot for. But, like, if we had been closing in on the Doom threshold and not gotten there, we probably would have said, like, okay, let's advance anyway. But we just didn't have that much trouble. Okay. All in all, we didn't find it very difficult. I'm curious. I want to try it standalone, see if it has a harder bag, right? Like,
that's true. Yeah.
A lot of the standalones, when you try them in a side quest, you find it easier than when it stands alone.
Oh, you know what? The 2 that we weren't playing with both punish you for having innocence in the victory display.
Really, the 2 special tokens?
Yeah. So the cultist is if there's an innocent in the victory display, reveal another token. And the elder thing is -3 if you fail and there's an innocent enemy in the victory display, take on horror.
That's interesting. I never even read those because that might have pushed me to strive to have 0 innocent enemies in there. Instead of we kind of just we're like, well, it's not convenient to keep it alive. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, the nature of the Carcosa campaign, we just didn't even have those in the bag.
Yep.
Huh, cool. All right, well, thank you. Good games tonight. Thanks for watching, those of you who are watching. And again, to reiterate, I think what I said up front, I might upload this archived live stream sooner than some of our other Carcosa stuff that's been trickling out, just because this is the new scenario and I think it'll be fun to get it up fast. So don't stress if it feels like we haven't gotten through a Phantom of Truth in our main videos. They'll be up eventually too. Keep an eye out. Yeah, cool. Thanks for joining us. See you later.